We are going to be installing the rough-in plumbing for the garden shed. So we're going to get a 1-inch water main. That's a PEX 1-inch water main. That'll come from the house. And we're going to install a 4-inch PVC gutter and sink drain line underground. And that'll be daylighted out over that bank over there. There's a 4-inch line right here. While we're over here doing the 4-inch, I need to get underneath my foundation right there so I can get my water line through. So basically ignore the color of the pipe. This is all a combination of scraps and leftovers of things I've had over various projects. I'm just trying to use them all up. So we're gonna put the T on, which will be the clean out. And we got the riser for the clean out. And then we got a piece of scrap we're just using up. But there's no reason to not reuse pipe. It's expensive. Ugh, getting old sucks. Lift things up and get it all to lock in place. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. Yeah. So now that I have the 4-inch from the house all the way daylighted, I don't have to worry about rain building up in the trench because the water flows through it. Unfortunately, I ran out of 4-inch to go up to where the shop will be, where garden shed will be. But in order to basically get this backfilled so I can get vehicles and things in and out of here, we're going to go ahead and throw the 3/4-inch water main, so the water line that will come out from under the house through this trench, up the same trench over here. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a little bit of dirt over the pipe, the 4-inch pipe that's in the ground, and then we'll put that water line in there and get everything backfilled. So 3/4-inch line is run over here, 4-inch line's in the ground. I'm going to go ahead and backfill most of this trench here. we finished drilling the hole through the concrete, and that'll be 16 inches below grade, so I don't have to worry about it freezing. We're gonna go ahead and push this 1-inch line through here. Well, I went ahead and nailed it in place, insulated it, put a shutoff valve in by the crawl space entrance inside the house, and hooked it up to the main water line. The valve is currently shut and the water is turned back onto the house. So you saw me get this pushed through the hole. This is the 3/4 inch line we buried. This is the 1-inch line that is about 20 feet, and we'll go work on that end shortly, but this will provide water to the sprinklers. So first thing we gotta do is get this T-assembly put together. All right. I gotta get the shovel and groom this over a little bit. Jerking on the dirt's not great. So even though it's November, in fact it's the day after Thanksgiving, it makes sense to go ahead and put this sprinkler pipe in the ground because it ties into the rest of the water system. By the way, taping your glue and primer together makes life a lot easier. In case you ever wanted a quick tip. Okay, I want this thing as close to the house as I can get it. So this is the clean out for the gutter drains around the foundation. And you watch me tie this 4-inch line in. Basically goes underneath where you see the side of the camper here. We put everything back in backfill, so all this stuff's back in place. But 4-inch line goes underneath, down, and we'll go over to where the garden shed's going to be, talk about that. And then right next to this under the ground here is where that line, that T and all that piping is at, right here on the ground. We got a line that runs over to where the sprinkler manifold will eventually be, and then the 3/4 inch front line runs out to where the garden shed is. So why don't we go take a look at the garden shed We'll kind of cover what we did here. So ultimately, the garden shed will be right here. In fact, the wall, exterior wall, lines up right on top of this 3/4 inch PEX water line. And then right here, it's just not glued in place, it's just sitting here. Oh, I think I didn't glue it. Yeah. Boom, right there. That's a 1.5 inch ABS that ties into that white PVC pipe we installed. That's the sink drain for inside of, well, there'll be a sink here that looks into the garden eventually. This will also be the water supply line. There'll be a sprinkler manifold inside of, well, probably right outside of the building that will water the garden automatically also. So 3/4 inch line for the sink and then for the garden. And then you saw me put that Y in the ground. That Y runs back. And this white cap is a 4-inch gutter drain. So this line runs under the ground and into that main trench that we backfilled. So the building goes here. We've roughed in all the plumbing. Let's go show you where I daylighted the drain lines. And I recognize that the sink, which will only be used for gray water, and the rainwater all tie together and daylight over this bank. So right down there is the end of the pipe. That pipe comes out of the side of this bank, which is where you saw me trenching and putting all the pipe in. And the rainwater from the house, the rainwater from the garden shed, and the sink water will ultimately come out there, which does when it rains currently, and dump into this ravine, which isn't really used for anything at all, and the water absorbs into the ground. Well, I was going to wrap this one up. So we did the rough in for the plumbing, the water supply, and then the drain lines, sink, gutters, and the water for the sprinklers, and then the sink. There will be a hot water heater under the sink. That 3/4 inch water supply line will feed the hot water tank also, so we'll have hot water inside the garden shed. That's more for convenience. Overall, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you got something out of this. I didn't show a lot of excruciating detail with this because it's very specific to my circumstance, and I'll be clear, it does not meet code. Overall, it was pretty straightforward. A lot of trenching, a lot of dirt work, but it will make the garden shed much more functional and usable for what my wife intends to do with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you got something out of this. And until next time, thanks for watching.